Hi guys, we miss you. It's very strange being in a health crisis and being in healthcare and not being able to be a physically active support for you at the moment. So we know some of you are missing us as well, and we have been working hard behind the scenes to come up with a solution that means that your osteopathic care can continue. So we're now offering virtual care by Telehealth, which is as simple as you clicking on a link, me clicking on a link, and we meet in the middle. This video is a demo of Georgie and I going through the process to show you how easy it is and also to show you how effective it is. I know it sounds strange to talk about osteopathic treatment without the hands-on element, but it actually is really pleasing, the results that we're getting. And also, it really empowers you guys to be taking your health into your own hands at home, and particularly great for people that have a little bit more time than they would have had in the past, and perhaps for those who are busier than ever, be it between school being out, being at home, and work being from home as well. We need to be hitting the ground running with efficiency on what needs to happen for our musculoskeletal health and mental health, because it's been an interesting few weeks. Hang around now while Georgie and I show you what it looks like. So at my end, I click on the patient file and click join call. And at Georgie's end, she goes to her email, clicks join appointment and connect to the call, and we meet in the middle, completely secure.
Hi, how are you going?
Hi, good thanks. How are you?
Good. How easy was it for us to meet here in the middle?
Super easy. No problems at all.
Now, you're a millennial. Is there anyone tech challenged in your life?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. How would they go connecting?
I think they'd be fine as well.
Okay. Did you need to download anything?
No, just click a link.
Excellent. So it came through in your email and away we went.
Yep, super easy.
Fabulous. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. Georgie is our fabulous receptionist, so many of you will know her face already, but we have met in the middle here to show you how effective osteopathy can be without hands. And this is the important thing with the current situation and telehealth, is that we are your team. We have been your team. We know you, and we want to still be the people who are making sure that your healthcare is being met and maybe even exceeding your own expectations at this time with the current corona situations. For the sake of this exercise, I'm going to talk in terms of the fact that she has a shoulder injury, for example. So in a virtual care osteopathic consult, I would be going through and asking Georgie all of the normal questions that you would speak about in an appointment, going through a case history. So where does it hurt? What does it feel like? How intense is it? How did it happen? Have you had it before? What makes it better? What makes it worse? And anything else that's sort of relevant to the issue, as well as where do we want to go with it? What are the goals that people have out of having treatment? So obviously reducing pain is one of those things, but we also often people want to train for a half marathon, perhaps. No, it's not your shoulder, but or I want to be able to throw the ball for my dog, or I want to be able to sleep at night without pain in my shoulder. So what are the things that we are really aiming to get back towards, because that will also inform an appointment.
I then get Georgie to step back into some space so I can guide her with verbal and visual cues through a complete active range of motion assessment that's relevant to her particular presenting complaint.
Great. So I'm getting all of the information that I need about Georgie's shoulder from what she is doing. That is exactly the same as what it would be if we were in a consultation together. I can still see range of motion assessment from a case history and a movement perspective. That informs everything that I do in the same way that it would if we were in the same room. How simple was it to follow those instructions, George?
Very easy.
Yeah, and you've seen me lots in the past through work. Did it feel the same?
Pretty much, yep.
Is there an awkwardness to it in doing it for a camera?
No, I don't think so. It sort of just feels like you're a little bit further away than you would be.
Yeah.
On something.
Yeah. And just as chatty as ever too.
Yep.
Yeah, good. So this is where virtual care gets quite cool, because I can actually share my screen with Georgie. So when I want to talk to her about the fact that her shoulder, that there's an injury, I can pull up Google in the same way that I normally would and go in and show her the anatomy of the shoulder and what's going on, what the tissue that's relevant is doing, talk in terms of this is the injury, this is how long we think that it's going to take for full recovery. And similarly, we then have an exercise program where I can take her through. These are the exercises that we're going to create as part of your specific targeted program. Now, to this, we add advice on ways that you can self-massage and mobilise like what we do in the clinic. This is what the appointment looks like. These are the technological things that we can do as far as giving you exercises and advice. The things that my thumbs can push and poke and prod into in terms of nasty trigger points, I can give you advice on how to get into those yourself with equipment that you would have at home. So for Georgie's shoulder that we're talking about, it would be a matter of using a broom handle, of maybe getting a tennis ball out, to get into some of those knots around the rotator cuff, some neck stretches because of the attachments of the neck into the shoulder blade. And we'd review in a week's time and see where things are at the same way that we normally would. So this is going to be a really effective medium. It's not scary. We're doing this to show you just how not scary it is. And this is what we're able to offer, and really excited to be able to offer at the moment, because, you know, we are your team and we value that role in your healthcare in the same way that we know that you value us. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you here soon.